All right, welcome back to Harold's Second Chance, where we are trying to see if our character, Harald of Norway, can successfully conquer England. So, if you remember last time, we have actually called in Philippe from France into this war. And so this could get pretty complicated here shortly. Most likely because there's one other person involved, which is Normandy, who is actually a vassal of not sure why I can't just go here. Duke William the Bastard of Normandy is also trying to conquer England. So what we've got to do is conquer it faster, basically. But he has a lot more troops than we have. So if we look at over his, he has about 9,000 event spawn troops in his army, plus 200 ships, you know, just for funsies. So now, to be fair, Harald has his own troops, which about 13,000 of those. So we're actually not really fighting. I can't really tell because we're in sieges right now, but we're not really fighting this war with our own troops. We're fighting with just the event spawn troops, which would be these right here. Now, we need to, we can bring some troops over from the from our home base, but right now we're using some liege levies for ships in case we need to if we need to pull out pretty quickly. So this battle right here is really gonna determine a lot about what happens, which unfortunately I can't really see here, but we're still at -9% war score. Well, it wouldn't be with Philippe. And we look over at so that's our Norwegian invasion. But if we look over at the Norman conquest, we have Duke William's already up by 10%, so we're -9%, he's up 10%. So I'm gonna let this start going here while we're busy sieging down these counties up in northern England. And this epic battle here between the army of King Harald II of England, and it looks like Count Gerbero of Normandy, or sure, and Baron Simon is there as well. All right, let's start going here and see how this battle goes. So Harold's ahead, but he took a big river crossing penalty. Oh, we got a they've got this guy from Denmark trying to marry our other daughter, which, if you recall correctly, it's how we ended up with France in this war in the first place, was to get him to get this guy to stop trying to marry our daughter. We married her off to Philippe of France. So can we find someone so we could marry her to this Irish guy or one of Harold's relatives, which doesn't seem like that'd be a great idea. If we marry, so he is the King of Denmark, who is our relationship with, we only have a relationship with Sweden. So we want to kind of get ourselves a buffer up here in Nordland. The Empire of Normania, which would be nice to eventually build so that we could have our own empire. We'd have to have Denmark as well and Sweden, but I guess it's okay. Although, what is this guy again? He's heir to a bishopric, which is going to take him out of the succession altogether. So we're just going to decline that for now. We got our duchies that we can, duchies that we can create. Double check our vassals real quick. Nobody's mad at us. And call in, or we got all these Russian allies and this guy who could come to help us, but I don't think we need it. We really need to do is see if Philippe can get some soldiers up here to turn the tide against Harald for us. But Harald's tide will turn depending on this battle here. And it looks like, ooh, that's interesting. Okay, that was we must have gotten called into that war somehow. Okay. We've, okay, so we'd sent our counselor up here to talk to this guy who is 50 now, or his relationship with us is 50. Now, he still says maybe that he would join. I may hold off on calling him in. What I will do, though, is take my advisor and see here. What does Philippe think of us? Could improve relations with him. I'm guessing that's because called into war. Yeah, so maybe we can make up that called into war penalty we're suffering right now. And it looks like Harald's gonna win this war, although not by much, or this battle anyway. But what's gonna be interesting about that, so now we look at Harald. The war score now is 100% in favor of Harald. So I think Duke William's just going to be done with this war, which is going to leave us. Now he's going to start heading north, I bet, to face us. But hopefully, let's see here, we've got a 2,000 man French army here already. So already, if we join up, he's going to have less people than we will. So things are looking pretty good for us right now. There's a French fleet. They must be dropping off more troops for us here. He's fighting more of more Normans. Here comes some more Frenchmen. So we've gotten Durham and taken down one more holding there, and then we'll have that county completely. Now, the thing about this invasion is, if we hold the if we hold everything, and we will actually take it ourselves, whereas if we win the war, the holdings that we haven't actually taken will actually retain their current leaders. They'll just have their allegiance to us. Now, the only problem with that is, of course, they won't like us very much because we're Norwegian, and the current king is Anglo-Saxon, so there'll be that cultural difference, which will make a lot of the English vassals kind of hate us. So he's got 12,000 guys. See where these French building up pretty big fleet of galleys down there. I'm guessing the war has cost many lives. I enjoy war. At least this kind of war. Oh, good. The Pope likes us some more. Oh, man, forgot we had this ugly bishop talking to the Pope. All right, let's wait and see where... Okay, Philippe's going to probably come up here and join us. And our war score should start going up dramatically once we have a few holdings. Yep. So he's going to move out because we're... Now, if he sticks around, I'm going to have to be a little bit tricky here because he's got such a large force that we're going to start having attrition problems. I also got to worry about that 12 stack that's going to show up. Uh-oh. My son, and who's also our heir, has got some bad news from son Sunemore. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say that. So the taxes are pissing everyone off. So let's look at our revolt risk. That's not revolt risk, that's religion. So yeah, we've got you can see here that our revolt risk because of high taxes is up 5%. So what we're probably gonna have to do now is we're gonna have him, our marshal, suppress revolts, which should balance out, because it'll lower it by 16 and it's only 5 now, so that should be fine. Let's wait and see. Okay, here's the 12 stack. So what could happen here is I'm gonna put our best leaders here up front. He's Craven. We don't want him. This guy's pretty good though. So we're gonna stay here. We're also gonna move to join him from up here. Because we got 5,500 French troops and about 5,000 Norwegian troops. Be nice if the 2,000 from France would just move down there, but see here, it's going to take us about 20 days to take this holding, but if we leave now, we're going to lose all our progress. Now, there is a river between this and Richmond, so he's going to take a river crossing penalty. So we could see if we can get some sieging done. I'm going to lower the speed by 1 and see if it gives us enough time to actually finish the siege. Might be a good idea to, I consider actually sieging it down right now, but here comes some more Frenchmen. They may actually just move to help us, which will let us keep this siege intact. So he's going to arrive on the 9th of May, which is in 2 days. So we're not going to have this done by then. Let's see how this battle starts out here. So he's got about 1,200 to our 10,500. So let this go for a little bit. And he did take quite a bit of penalties because of the river crossing. And you know, we've got King Harald's leading the front of his army too. So we got king versus king here. I'm a little bit better than he is. Now on this flank, he's got someone who's better than our guy. And on this flank, they're the same. All right. Can't tell. Okay, that French army. We got 2 French armies now in Bernicia. So we got. So it'd be nice if they would just head on down there. Yeah, we're gonna have to, because now seem to be losing. I'm just gonna start this as sieging down, so that should end pretty quickly, even though we're gonna lose a lot of guys. But hey, maybe a lot of them will be French guys. So now we won't lose any progress by moving down here to help the battle. Which hopefully didn't wait too long. And again, I'm using all event spawn troops, so I'm not really losing any of my levies or anything. Okay, so yeah, we got some French armies have made it. Should turn the tide pretty considerably against Herald here. All right, yeah, now we've got a 20,000 stack. So this battle should really start going badly for Herald. Okay, so we got a timeout from the epic battle here to deal with some upset courtiers, it looks like. Just some guy. He doesn't even have he's not even a noble. And he's got 19 martial, but he okay, well, this guy is a noble, but he has no titles. I'll give him a chance. But in reality, it really doesn't matter between the 2 of them. So I might as well just pick the one who's better. Yeah, this battle's over. Victory. Okay, so that dramatically swung the war score in our favor. So now we've got to split up these armies. First of all, we're gonna have to chase down this army. So I'm gonna let let's see here, figure out how I can I'm gonna take the bigger army. I'm gonna take charge of it. And I think this is the Craven guy. Yeah, so let's put him in charge. And they're actually he's going to Richmond. So we're gonna follow him there. We'll take our smaller army with no leaders. And it looks like we've taken this whole province, which we were about to before he attacked us. So we'll start sieging stuff down here. I'm not sure where the French guys will go. They'll probably just attach to one of the armies, maybe Harald's. We're just gonna chase them down. Yeah, they followed me. Well, some of them followed my other army, so they should start. Okay, here we go. Harald is gonna fight, or not Harald, Herald, not King Harald of England, but King Harald of Norway. And realize this better name for this thing would have been Harald versus Herald, I guess. Against this Edward guy. His combat score is 2. Mine is 11. So this should go poorly for him. Nope. Sorry. We don't we don't wait for them to get back up on their feet in Norway. All right. So we've kind of really whipped King Harald of England here. He called someone else into this war. Oops. Let's see here, he called oh yeah, the guy from Powys, who's this over here in Wales, it looks like, or at least Western England. So now what we need to start doing is finishing off these sieges so that we don't need commanders for sieges though, and just start taking counties. But the bulk of our challenge has finished, so I'm going to take a break here and then I'll catch up with you next episode. Thanks for watching.